Hello guys, today I'm going to try something pretty crazy. I'm going to drive a 100% race on Hockenheim in Germany, and I'm going to drive for Sauber with Sergio Perez. I'm going to start all the way from the back, and I've got no idea how good the Sauber is because it's a freaking long time since I drove with him, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to finish high up above. Hopefully I'll be able to win this race, but certainly nothing is certain. And I actually had someone tell me okay, someone told me that I should do a 100% race, so here you go. So here's my setup. We start on primes, as we will be able to jump quite some cars, and it says 3 option runs after that, but I think we're going to do option and then prime and then option, and I'm going to have aggressive fuel, but hopefully I don't need the third pit stop. I'm going to try to save my tires as much as possible to try and get a 2-stop race, not 3, but we just have to wait to see. So let's go to track. Sorry.
All complete, we're ready.
And Hockenheim is a track that I like, so even though I'm in the Sauber, I think I can be at least competitive. I think I'll be able to finish within the points, but then again, I don't know how good this car actually is, so I'm pretty excited. I've actually only done 100% race twice before, so I'm pretty rookie when it comes to 100% races. We got -3 laps of fuel for the race start. And the lights are out. Going to go to the lean mixture instantly. A bad start, it looks like. Just gotta be careful here in the first corner. Looks like De La Rosa has the same pit strategy as I do, starting on the prime tires. Oh, Kovalainen braking well early. Have a slight tap and someone's lost their front wing, or at least a part of it. Looks like Ricardo is struggling. No, it's Vern. Vern lost it. We're going to have the slipstream of Ricardo now. I'm going to brake early because I don't know how good the brakes are in this car. And also with the high fuel load. And I'm going to use the rest of my curves now to hopefully get past Ricardo, but we won't be able to do it. The Sauber, wow. I didn't want to go for the McLaren because then it wouldn't be as interesting to watch this. And I mean, I completely understand that people don't watch this entire video, and that's completely fine. If you get to enjoy just parts of it, that's freaking awesome as well. But when I watch 100% races on YouTube, I kind of just like skip a little bit, watch the comments to see if anyone's said that this is a good part. We're past Glock as well now. I feel like this car has a little bit less grip, but anyways, when I watch even 25% races, I tend to skip a little bit, and I guess you guys do as well, because it's not interesting all the time. But anyway, if I had the McLaren now, I would have probably be driving 50 laps all by myself. And we're going to the outside now of Kobayashi, but he's cutting us off. Um, but for the 20% races, I tend to skip a little bit as well. Oh, going wide. Wow, this is going to be a long race. Hopefully an interesting one. I just don't want to let the front runners have too much of a gap. Gotta be careful here with a heavy car. We're going to have DRS now on Kobayashi, but I won't turn to the rich because I don't want to go for the overtake. Wow, look at the amount of speed he got out from that corner. Massa is going to challenge us now. He is not entirely happy with staying behind. And now hoping for a good exit, and we have. Can we overtake him on the lean? Make sure we're not going to the inside. Oh, look how close we are.
Watch it, we're on the same team.
And Hockenheim is braking early, giving it a little bit of a tap. But he managed to stay on track at least. Oh no. Ton of understeer during braking with his car. Kobayashi wanted to get through, but he couldn't make the freaking move. I feel like I'm fighting this car now. It's gotta take it nice and easy, and still going wide, so it looks like the fuel consumption on this car is pretty huge. Going to use some curse now just to be able to. He's not having DRS, is he? No, he's not. That means we're going to make the move to the. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm shaking now. Oh, I'm not shaking, but I'm unstable with the car, is what I meant. We're coming up to Kimi Räikkönen now in the Lotus, and we're still on the lead mixture, so this looks pretty good. It's gonna take a ton of time to upload this video, so by the time I'm recording this, it's probably up on YouTube, like a couple of days after I'm actually recording this. As of today, free practice 2 is just finished, so in China for 2013. So you can calculate how long time it took for me to actually upload this video yourself. I'm not sure if I'm going to turn down the quality slightly for this video, as it will be way easier to Kimi is going to overtake us now, as it will be way faster to upload. I'll just have to check it. And Kimi, can he make the move stick? I think he can. Oh! I thought he was driving a little bit faster. Fuck. Penalty. Freaking penalty. Holy fuck, what do I do now? I certainly don't think that was a penalty, but it might as well just be fair. I think I'll still be able to be pretty competitive even with a penalty. Doesn't look like the gap to the front runners are too big. I'm going to use some rich mix now. Going to wait to do my drive-through penalty. Wow, that freaking sucks. Now I've got to be driving real quick. Car ahead is running standard, and that's Shumi.
You might want to consider dialing down the fuel mix, otherwise we might run out by the end of the race.
No worries. I need to make as much time as possible now.
Exactly what we need. Push, push.
Looks like we're going to overtake Schumacher now. Going to his inside. And taking his teammate as well. Giving him enough space on the outside there. Going to the lean mixture. Just to save as much fuel as possible. As we might need some rich mix later on. We've caught Maldonado and Grosjean. I don't know what lap these guys are going to pit, but hopefully it's soon so I can do my penalty while they're in the pits, so I won't lose too many positions.
This is your final chance
from
to
it.
serve the penalty. Drive through
Yep.
the pits this lap or you'll be disqualified from the race.
I'll have to do my penalty now.
You're currently matching race pace. Good job.
Going to the rich now. Going to use all the
Okay,
curves
you have to pass him.
available.
You have to pass him.
Yes, I know I have to pass him. Looks like Grosjean is going to have trouble as well, and don't go in there. Holy smokes, and we're going to take them both. Now I will have to go into the pits no matter what. At lap 7, we've already got a penalty, so that's not good. Hopefully we won't get any more penalties. I could have used the flashback because I have them available, because I think it was a pretty stupid penalty. Gotta be easy on the entry here. I could have used the flashback, but I decided not to because I think I can. It turns out if I get the fastest lap on the prime tires, turns out I can make up some positions anyway.
Careful not to drive over the white line when coming out of the pits or you'll get a
I'm going to use
penalty.
some curves just to ensure that we get 13th position with a penalty. We won't be able to catch Massa now, as we won't have DRS, and he's 2 seconds ahead. Looks like Ricardo though is having DRS on us. At lap 8, I'm going to stick with the outside heat. Oh, braking late, braking way too late. But he's far behind still. Some cars may go into the pits right now, but then again I'm not sure, because the pits are a little bit odd when it comes to 100% races. At least that's
Okay,
from
it
my
looks like the
experience.
car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running full revs, maximum power.
No one's going into the pits yet. And Massa is having... Oh, 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 oh! What the heck am I doing?
It looks
No!
like you picked up some debris on the tyres. You'll lose some grip until it wears off.
Seriously? Lost that position to Ricardo. But we're going to take it now with DRS. Looks like he's using all his curves. But he still can't defend his position. Braking slightly late, going a little bit wide, but no worries. Having great speeds, and managed to go to the inside of Massa, and Massa is squeezing us, and he's going wide. But I don't think it was any any touch there. As we come up to Grosjean. What the? No, Raikkonen this time, of course. He passed us when we had our penalty that he got us. I certainly don't think that was my penalty, but I'm going to watch the replay after this and see if it was actually a penalty.
Ferrari getting ready for a pit stop. We think it's going to be Massa.
Ferrari
within the next few laps.
Massa is going to pit within the next few laps. Now looks like we're going to have DRS and Raikkonen. Getting a good exit compared to him. And looks like Massa has some great speed as well. And tapping a little bit as he's tapping Raikkonen as he's weaving a little bit. And Massa is challenging, but cannot make the move. Luckily we had DRS to defend ourselves. So we're
running the option tire. We may have trouble closing
a little bit more than 1/7 of this race is complete now. We got 3 seconds up to the next car. We have optimal fuel. Kamui Kobayashi is next. No one's going into the pits yet. Looks like their tires are holding pretty good and mine are starting to see some wear. But I don't feel like I'm struggling on these tires yet, so I won't pit. I don't think I'll be able to do a 2-stop race though. I think I'll need all my pit stops. As for this race, we're due to stop lap 22, so we're halfway on these tires. That means they're going to be pretty dead by the time we're getting actually into the pits. Maybe we'll have to skip one of the option runs and do a prime run instead, if I'll have to pit a little bit earlier for the option tires now next. Or at least I think it's options next.
We think the car behind is running on
1.9 to Kobayashi now. No one's going into the pits yet. Wow, they're staying out for a long time. Their tires must be pretty dead if you're looking at mine. And mine are primes, and they should see some more wear due to the softer compound. Now, can we have DRS on our teammate now? Kamui Kobayashi, who is in 10th position at the moment. Going to use some curse. And we got DRS. Won't be able to pass him, I think. We're just getting real close. Yeah, I'll brake early just for the safety. And then getting past Kobayashi now. And he's giving up on fighting back. As Maldonado is next. With Roman Grosjean? No, it's probably Schumacher.
We can't afford to lose too much time stuck behind the car ahead. You're faster than him in Sector 2. Sector 2.
I'm faster than Maldonado in Sector 2. Sliding around these tires now.
Run the numbers. Maldonado is likely to pit within 5 laps.
Jumping over there a little bit, but don't get a warning for corner cutting anyway. I feel like the car is way lighter now, which it probably is because I've burned quite a lot of fuel. Now we will have DRS on Maldonado. And he will also have DRS, so he's probably going to extend the gap as we're on the lean fuel mixture. But during braking here, I usually is a lot faster. Or yeah, I'm braking a little bit later than the AIs, which allowed me to pass Maldonado now, and Schumacher is next. We're in lap 13 now. I don't understand why they're not pitting yet. 0.6. Oh, going slightly wide. A little bit wider than I wanted. Wow, look, who's got the gap? Who is the race leader?
Fuel management has been excellent this race.
We got
Great
one
job.
lap of extra fuel now, so we can turn up the engine if we feel it's needed. Getting a better exit than Schumacher. However, he's probably on a more aggressive, higher performance fuel mixture as of standard. Oh, Maldonado is almost tapping us, I think. Just giving Schumacher enough space. Don't want to fight him too hard. Even with the penalty, we're already up to 9th position. And Schumacher is extending the gap slightly with the DRS, and he's getting into our braking. So, and Mark Webber is locking. Luckily, we didn't get another penalty right there. And having slipstream of Mark now going to the outside, and he is closing the door on us.
Showing that the car ahead is likely to be running in fuel conservation mode. His times will be slightly slower than normal.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like these cars are braking way too early. So I gotta be careful. He's probably struggling on his tires now, though. As of Schumacher's next, and Mark Webber goes defensive into this fast corner, and we'll just have to jump that curb to avoid contact, but we almost had contact anyway. I really don't know why I did it. I got the position though. Now Nico is next, and we're going to struggle with a charging Red Bull that is going to have DRS on us.
Running the option tyre. We may have trouble closing the gap during this stint.
And, can we get some fresh air soon? With no cars ahead, don't look like that. However, it's a gap from Rosberg to the next car, whoever that is. It's a Ferrari, so it's Alonso. However, free practice 2 in China. Felipe Massa did a great job. He actually finished on the top of the table, which was pretty surprising to me. He actually outraced his teammate, or out-practiced his teammate by quite some margin. So now cars are getting into the pits. I don't know whether that's due to tires or damage. It's probably damage since it's only one car.
We think Webber is going to pit sometime.
Or a retirement, maybe. I don't know.
We've got a chance of taking another place here. Mix 3. Mix 3.
No, okay, maybe I'll go with mix 3. No, I won't. I won't have DRS even. So no need for getting rich fuel mixture, as I will pretty much close the gap under braking here. Look how slow Alonso is. He's lost the position to Rosberg. Looks like he's struggling on his tires with rear grip, which allows us... Yeah, and why the heck would you close the door on me?
We can't let this guy hold us up much longer. Pass him.
Hey Alonso, I'd really like to go past you.
We have some spare
But
fuel.
doesn't look like he wants
Consider
to
turning
give
on the
up
engine for a few
your
laps.
position very easily, giving almost giving you another tap. We got 2 laps of extra fuel now. He's not going into the pits now either. But Nico does. I think it was Nico. I'm not sure. Yes, it was Nico. Going to round the outside of Alonso. Making the move stick. And someone's got out of the pit. That's a Marussia. Which will have blue flanks now. For us. Because it's certainly not Grosjean. Because he is 3.7 seconds. And Alonso is charging! Going to the outside! I didn't expect that.
Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
Luckily, we managed to defend that position from Alonso. Or what the heck. But a Caterham is next car we're going to pause and going slightly wide. Wow, look at the wear on these tires now. But it doesn't seem like it's affecting me too much. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Well, it's affecting me under braking though. But not the grip itself. Now Alonso's probably going to pit. And I'm going slightly wide. I think I'll pit lap 20 or something. Going for the rich mix now that we have a little bit of a gap to the next car. I think I'll pit lap 20. Shave off 2 laps of these tires.
Traffic ahead, stay alert.
Now is the next car Grosjean? I think he is. Yes, it is. It's a Lotus at least, and we've already passed Raikkonen. But not that far, long time ago, as we would have lapped him by now, but it's only 1.3 seconds. So it is Grosjean. I was just joking with you. Of course I knew it was Grosjean. I was just reviewing all possibilities. Generating a little bit of artificial oversteer while pushing the throttle a little bit harder than I actually should. So I managed to stick onto the track, and Grosjean will have to struggle with us now. He's going for a long stint on his options.
Right now. Kamui's in the pits now.
Kobayashi is in the pits, and that means that I think I'll pit actually this lap. Kardikayan is getting lapped, and so is Petrov, and he's slowing us down pretty badly as we can't hit the apex when he's there. Now I think I'm going to pit very soon.
The race leader.
I don't think these tires, I think these tires have done their job.
The car behind is running on the option.
Okay, maybe I'll stay out for one more lap, pit lap 20. I'm actually due to pit lap 22. As you can see right there. Oh no, I'll go into the pits now. As of Grosjean is coming in as well, and hopefully Sauber can get a quick one for our option run. Hopefully we're going to catch some cars. 4.3 seconds, a slow one, but we kind of have to stick with it. No cars are challenging us except for the Mercedes, but he's too far behind.
Bracing speed. Tires still need to get up to temperature. We think
4.4
the car
seconds.
behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the
Cold
gap.
tires. Freaking hate that. But I think we'll have to drive pretty easily on these tires now, as I will have to stay on them for a long time now. Try to not lock up and try to minimize wheel spin and sliding around. So the car feels pretty good now, as the fuel is not that massive. The amount of fuel in the car is not massive anymore.
We have some spare fuel.
Lewis is the next
Consider turning
car.
off the engine for a few laps.
Now that we have fresh options, I think we're going to try to close the gap to Lewis. He's 3 seconds, 3.3 seconds ahead. Look like we have some gearbox wear. Can that be right? Let's use half the curse here. I don't think that's Hamilton that we can see. No,
There's a group of slower
it's
cars just
Petrov.
ahead of you.
Didn't I just pass Petrov? What the heck are you doing? The heck are you doing? Really? That lost us some time. Going slightly wide to reduce tire wear, as we don't want to slide too much. And down to third. As my rear tires are starting to see some wear, but don't consider it a big problem just yet. We're due to pit lap 37, so that's a long stint on these tires and sliding out of that corner, which is not good for the tires, of course. We can't really catch. Okay, we're catching. Sorry.
Watch out for the car behind. He's only 2 seconds down on you. He might
Lewis
try and
Hamilton
overtake
is
if you make a
2.8
mistake.
seconds ahead. And a slow car ahead. Probably Della Rosa. No, it's Cardican. Is covering the apex. What I'll do now, I'll see what the gap is to the car ahead, Hamilton, whoever that is, and then if it's not too far, I'll just stick behind Hamilton, try to save some fuel, and try to save my tires as much as possible, as I will get some free speed from a slipstream. And jumping a little bit, losing some time. Getting a little bit of a corner cut. Warning right there. It's the first corner cutting warning we've had this race,
Our data's
so
showing
it's
that
not
the car ahead's
too
likely
bad.
to be running in fuel conservation mode. His
Now we'll
times
just
will be
stick
slightly
with
slower
a
than
lean
normal.
mixture.
That's Hamilton. Go for the overtake.
Okay, go for the overtake. Okay, let's try to undercut here. Yeah, and use the curves to get past. And what the heck is the gap to Jensen now? Seven seconds. Holy smokes. Let's try to use some fuel now. And try to close that gap while I have the faster
We might
tire.
need to think about moving to fuel mix mode 2 in the next few laps.
Yes, I might actually try to catch him on the standard, but I think
The car behind
I'm
is
going
running
to
on the prime tyre.
be
We
able
should
to
try
do
and
this
create a
pretty
gap.
easily with the fuel strategy and everything. Wow, 24 laps. Holy smokes.
There's not much
That's a
between
lot of
you and the
racing.
car behind, just 2 seconds.
5 seconds now to Button. Now 4.2 seconds to Jensen. So we are catching pretty dramatically, and we're creating a gap to Lewis, as he's now 3.5 seconds behind, or 3.6. What the heck did it say now? Someone's going to pit within the next 5 laps. Look, is it Jensen that's in the pits now? Might be.
You're pulling out the gap.
No, I don't think
between
it
you and
was.
Hamilton. He's dropping back by around 3 seconds a lap.
As we're still in P3, behind Vettel and Button. 3.2 seconds now. Going to use all the curse. Now, as we have -1 lap of fuel.
He's 5 seconds
Hamilton
behind.
is 5 seconds, so he's dropping behind. Gotta be easy to not lock up the tires. As we're getting closer to Button. He's holding excellent pace now. Touching that curb a little bit. It's not good for the tires, as they will grind
Exactly
faster.
what we need. Push, push.
Now 1.4 seconds to Jensen. Looks like we will have DRS on him this lap. Now I'll just stick with the lean mixture. Don't want to bother trying to overtake
You're
him.
gaining on Button by around 3 seconds a lap.
And just gotta be easy on the tires. Try to save as much fuel as possible.
Our data's showing that the car ahead's likely to be running in fuel conservation mode. His times will be slightly slower than normal.
So we're going to get up close to Jensen now. Going to let off the throttle, as we will save a little bit more fuel by doing that. Just let off the throttle slightly. Like, don't push it all the way in, as we'll easily keep up with Jensen. So that's why I'm not accelerating as fast, as it will save me more fuel. Is that Vettel? Right,
We have
right
a
ahead.
problem with DRS.
DRS
You
problem,
won't be
okay.
able to activate it.
Hopefully they're going to be able to fix that very quickly, as we will need it.
Button's next. Line him up for a pass.
It's not going to be an easy pass if we don't have the DRS. Now, I couldn't see what car that was up ahead of Jensen, but looks like a Marussia to me. And we're not going to be able to pass him anyway. Yes, it is a Marussia. Now it looks like Vettel has a decent gap now. Hold on, let's just overtake Jensen now. Going to use all the slipstream available, and it's going to allow us to easily overtake him, as We saved some of our curse.
You've moved up to
Now the
second,
gap to
second
Vettel
place. Push for
looks
the
like
win.
it's huge. 11 seconds. Holy smokes. I gotta be pushing hard now.
Fuel is very marginal. We'll have to go very easy if we want to make enough of a saving.
No. Just shut up. I know what I'm doing. Sliding out of that corner slightly. Now he's increasing the gap. So we're going to struggle actually getting him. Try to bring Seb down and braking way too late.
The gap to the car
Now we've
behind is
caught
less than a second.
slightly.
Be aware he may
Now
use DRS
Jensen
in
is
an
going to
attempt
use
pass.
DRS. Oh, holy smokes. I'm going to struggle with fuel this race.
Buttons just
If I
behind
can't
you. Try
catch
to build a
Vettel
gap.
fast enough. I better be driving good, because I really want that win. It's not an option. However, we have already done a penalty, drive-through penalty, because Raikkonen touched us, and I guess I lost more than 10 seconds to that, and we've caught almost a second now. So it looks like we're catching him with pretty good amount each lap, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. And as we come up to Vettel, I'm going to try to save us.
We fixed the problem with
Oh.
DRS. It should be back
heck.
online.
Okay, so DRS is back online now that we don't need it, so that was cool.
Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
Car behind is trying to save fuel, and I'm certainly not. I'm trying to waste as much as possible. As we are on
You
lap
have a 2-second
29.
gap to the car behind. We need to keep
Wow,
it
this is
clean
going
so
to
he
be a
doesn't
long
get
one.
chance to overtake.
My eyes are starting to... If I look away from the screen for just a second, I can't see pretty much anything. Everything is just like blurry. I don't know if that's good. But however, this is freaking fun to drive 100% race. Kind of know what the drivers are kind of experiencing. Even though I know this is absolutely far away from real life. As the physical what's it called? It's going to tear on you physically more than me driving this, of course. As we're coming up to lap 30 and my tires are starting to say bye-bye, pretty much. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's more physically demanding to drive a Formula 1 car. Yeah. Yes, I know it's not real life and all that, but anyway, never mind that I said it even. Looks like we're going to lap another car now. I don't think we've caught Vettel that fast. No, it's Marussia. Probably Glock. Or no, I can't remember who we actually passed last time. The last Marussia we passed, I don't know.
Please go to lean fuel mix. Lean fuel. Mix 1. Mix 1.
Why the heck should I go to mix 1? I'm 6 seconds behind Seb now. It's Glock. Okay, I'll be nice to him and go to the lean fuel mixture now. Going past Glock and onto this.
We think the guy behind you is fitting the option tyre. Looks like he's going for a shorter stint.
Seb went into the pits. So looks like he's also struggling with the tire wear. However, I think I'll be able to stay out a couple of more laps on these tires. Looks like the prime tires are actually wearing out more quickly than the options, which is odd. Seven seconds to button. Vettel rejoins behind Seb. What the heck am I saying? Seb and Vettel is the same person, of course. Vettel rejoins behind Jensen. That's what I was trying to say, at least. I think I'll go for a prime stint very soon. We're due to rejoin in 5th though, so are we increasing the gap to Jensen, or is it just the same? I'm not sure. I think it was like 6 seconds. I wonder whether I should stay. Oh, holy smokes, that's destroying my tires. I wonder whether I should stay on the lean mixture or just go to the rich. We're extending pretty significantly, so I'll just stay on the lean. As I think I will gain some time on the fight between Vettel and Button. 8.9 or 8.8 actually. Braking late, but managed to get it. Passing Kovalainen cleanly this time. .7 behind.
We currently have a 10-second gap to the car behind. Keep pushing.
Ten-second gap to the car behind. That's pretty significant. And we're starting to lap a lot of cars now. I don't think we can lap the field, but some cars we can certainly lap more than once. We got 10.3 seconds. Hold on, not anymore. Wow! That freaking ruined my tires. I think I'll be better off pitting very soon. Lap like 35 or something. As I'm starting to struggle slightly on these. He's on the prime tires now. Going over here. Oh, holy smokes. Almost starting spinning again. Gotta be careful now. As these tires won't let me drive to my limit. To what I'm capable of doing. Braking well early. 10.001. I've got no idea how many pit stops the other cars has. Hold on, I better check that. Let's go to race director. Vettel has 2 stops. Button has 1. I have 1. Vettel has 1 more pit stop than I and Rosberg as well. Most are on the primes, and Vettel and Rosberg are on their second option run. As I think that I should go for. I don't freaking know how many tires of each I got. I don't know what I put. I think I had a prime run for the next one, so I'll pit for the primes as I'm due to. Do I get any warning if I say that I'm going to pit to the options and I don't have any fresh tires left? Do I get like a warning, like saying, hey you can't take the options because you don't have any fresh tires left or something. It should be like that because like the racing drivers in real life certainly have the ability to communicate with the pit lane, and we see that every race. I think I'll pit now very soon. Now what is the gap? I'm pretty much holding the gap just as it is, and Vettel is now paused. Button. He's probably paused him a long time ago, but I haven't noticed yet. But Vettel has a fresh set of option tires on, or fairly fresh, just a couple of laps old, as they should have good temperature in them and not too much degradation problems as I have. Wow, look at these tires. These tires are pretty much done. It freaking sucks that they can't blow up if you drive them too long, or they get too hot. I should be able to blow like or puncture. As they will in real life though. Extended slightly to Vettel. Yeah, let's go into the pits now. Yeah, we have the Linux, that's right. I'm not sure where we're going to actually get out, rejoin, but come on, give me a quick one. Oh, 4.4, freaking, oh well. Now out for the,
Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track.
we're rejoining behind Jensen Button and in front of Lewis Hamilton. Petrov once again.
The car's got a new set of prime tyres on. You only have to stop once now. One stop left.
What the heck are you doing? Why are you squeezing me? What the heck? Okay, I don't know what was going on right there. And cold tires have a long braking distance, as I just forgot that.
Fuel.
Now what is the gap to Vettel? From Jensen, doesn't look like it's too much. So I'll just stick with Jensen. Or should I pass him and stick with Vettel? When I'm behind a car, I seem to wear my tires slightly less.
Behind this guy. Keep pushing.
So I might do that.
It looks to us like Button is going to pit within the next couple of laps.
If he's going to pit within like 2 or 3 laps, I'll rather stick with Vettel. As Vettel probably should be staying out for a slight amount more of time. Going to go directly behind Button and get his slipstream. But we ain't fast enough, so we won't get the slipstream. As we're behind, close behind now. Losing it slightly and using up the curves, but we won't be able to overtake the British driver.
We can't let this guy hold us up much longer. Pass him.
He's on a pretty much dead set of primes, and I'm on a completely fresh set of primes. So it should be. Oh, I better get something to eat very soon. Better drive fast. I'm pretty hungry right now. I should have thought of that before I started this. Now I want to keep the distance so that he doesn't go defensive, as it will slow both of us down. Going slightly wide. I'm going to just stay behind him and get his DRS Come on, just go. So now we're going to pass him.
The gap to the car in front is less than a second. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
That's absolutely possible, as we'll go to his inside.
You're coming up to one of the Red Bulls.
Now Seb is next. I'll just go with the rich mix until I'm able to catch him,
Fuel is
as
looking
I am
okay,
on the
but
slower
we'll keep
tire.
an eye on it.
I'm due to stop lap
You're on the
52.
slower tyre, but you're maintaining the gap to the car ahead, so we're very happy. This is good.
Hopefully I don't screw myself over for the pits, as I think I'm going to go for a prime run for the last one. Well, I'll see how long these tires actually are fresh and good to drive, as I think I'm due to stop for a set of options. 3.4 seconds to Vettel now. I can't remember what it was from the last sector. Just use up all the cars. Just gain some top speed here. Now we're pretty close behind.
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
And another Marusha, it's peak. Look like Button is going rich mix as well, or it sounds like he's going rich mix as well. This Sauber really isn't a bad car. However, I don't think I would have been able to do this with a penalty as well on any other track except for Brazil. I think so. I don't think I've been driving standard fuel mixture at all this race, except for the race start, of course. But then it's always standard, so I couldn't do anything about it. Getting a way better exit than Vettel. I'm not going to challenge him for the position. Because he won't be able to stay on those tires for the rest of the race. Now as well, letting up the throttle slightly just to save even more fuel while we have the DRS open. Of course, sometimes you have to get the pedal to the metal to keep up with him. But with the DRS you can place like even less than half throttle. That's just a quick tip for you guys to save some fuel. I've saved loads of fuel. And we're losing it slightly. Touching the curve that we don't want to touch, and we drop slightly.
Is lapping in the low 1 minute 23. Let's try to catch him.
Low 1 minute 23s. Was that what it said? And we're going. I need that DRS now. I think I'm going to have it anyway. Yes, I will. Letting out the throttle once again. And then I don't need to be as hard on my brakes either. Just barely touching him. Right now I'm purposely not pausing Vettel to have him save my tires pretty much, as I won't be driving as fast when I'm stuck in traffic, and I'll be taking it slightly more easy as he will probably pit very soon, as his tires should suffer from high degradation. .7 seconds to Vettel now. I can't freaking seem to get that turn in right. Letting up the throttle to save the fuel that I can.
We're only a second away from the car
Less than a
ahead.
second
Let's see
away.
if we can use DRS to pass him.
And not pushing the throttle all the way down. It looks like Button is catching us. Just slightly each lap. I better check how many pit stops Vettel has now. I think I'll just check that real quick. He has 2, I have 2, Rosberg has 2, Button has 1, Hamilton has 1. Okay.
The car ahead is holding you up. We need
Yes, I know he's holding me up, and that's just freaking good,
one.
as he helps me saving my tires.
Vettel
As I might need
line
to
him up for a pass.
stick with these tires for a long time.
According to our estimates,
Hopefully,
Vettel should be stopping for
I
time
can
in 3 laps time.
stick with these tires all the way to the finish line. However, that's more than 20 laps to go, so I need to. Oh no, I'm not trying to catch him even.
You're within
Yes.
1 second of the car ahead.
Just barely
Get
got
ready
it
to use
right there.
DRS to overtake.
0.8 inside the DRS zone thingy. Easy on the brakes. Easy on the turn-in. And letting the curse do the throttle work, as the curse is electricity and not fuel.
Pace is good. Pace is good.
.5 behind Vettel now. I'm probably annoying the Red Bull pit lane as well.
Hamilton has just driven into the pits.
Hamilton is in the pits. He needed a set of new tires, but I don't have that issue yet, as I'm easily keeping up with Vettel with my DRS open. Easy on the brakes, letting the engine break down most of the just gonna let him have a slightly gap.
This is exactly what we need. Push, push. Okay, it looks like the car ahead is trying to create a gap.
He's running
full
full.
revs, maximum power.
Might struggle to keep up then. However, I've got some good amount of fuel left, so I can turn up the engine as well if I feel it's needed, but Sebastian is not managing to create a gap as he would like. We're half a second behind and we'll have DRS. We shouldn't be able to overtake him if he actually is on the rich mix. Yep, we can see that he's slightly faster this time around. Braking nice and early. And Vettel is actually pushing now. He's probably going in for tires soon so he can actually destroy the very last bit he has left. Looks like we're going to overtake some more cars for the lap. He's not going into pits yet. I'm going to use some curse now as I have a lot left. Sliding out, that's absolutely not good. I'm going to go for the slipstream from Vettel.
Good. You've managed that really well.
He don't want to let me have this position. However, I don't want it. Or let's just take him. Now I'm going to struggle with my tire wear. Is he going to dive to the inside? He is actually fighting back though. You can see him right there. Is he going to let off? Yes, he is. Now we've got a ton of fuel left. Now I'll just push for these laps now, trying to create as much gap as possible.
Behind is running on
Sebastian is going into the pits for this lap.
Vettel's just fitted a new set of prime tyres to his car.
He's going with primes now, as he has had option prime, so he's probably not going to pit anymore. These tires are pretty good. Looks like it's either going to be a very short option run for me or no more pitting whatsoever. I think I'll go into the pits because it's fun. It's always fun to watch a pit stop, even though it's just a game. Pit stops are fun as you're kind of risking
we have a problem with
a little bit. No problem with curse as well, so I'm not going to be able to extend the gap too much. Looks like my gearbox is starting to wear out. Hopefully we won't have any gearbox issues. .16-second gap to Button, and Vettel has rejoined behind Hamilton, and the Toro Rosso is struggling against the Marussia, as I'm going to overtake them both and having DRS. 16 seconds. I just hope this video is uploading good to YouTube, as it's pretty long. It's probably gonna take me a couple of days even. And Senna is trying to give me space, but is not quite succeeding in that. I can stay out on these tires at least until lap 52. I think I'll go even to lap 57 on these tires. Can I have Curse back, please? Someone's going into the pits, as I am going out on the grass. 16.3 seconds now to Jensen, and another 2.4 seconds to Hamilton, and I don't know what the gap is down to Vettel, because I know just as much as you guys.
Button's slightly faster than you. He's catching you.
He's slightly faster? What the heck? That can't be right.
We advise mix 2. Mix 2.
Advise
We're
mix
comfortable at the
2.
moment.
But I'm pretty comfortable with it running high fuel mixture. Anyway. Okay, let's try to save some fuel then. Make my engineer happy. I'd like to do this another time, but I don't want to do it if you guys don't like it. Now 16.5 seconds to Jensen. I'm pushing my tires now, as I can see on the wear. The wear rate each lap is significantly risen after Seb went into the pits, as he was slowing me down and keeping me in it. So I gotta push now to be sure to rejoin in front of Hamilton and Button. But wow, Button's caught a lot now. I think I'll wait until I have 2 laps of extra fuel. Then I'll stick with standard, and I'll save the extra 2 laps for my option run, and hopefully we can make some fast laps. I feel like I'm sliding a little bit too much now, and Jensen is still catching. As I gotta push now, as it's becoming quicker than I expected. Now it's slowed down slightly. Extended slightly more, but I don't have curse though, so that's going to slow me down even more than if I had it, obviously. These tires seem pretty tired at the moment. He's catching. That's not good.
The guys have fixed the problem with
Yes.
Kurz. Kurz is now available.
Kurz is available again. As Petrov is having blue flags
The pit crew are ready
for
for you at the
second
end
or
of this
third
lap.
time, I
Box
think.
this lap.
That must be pretty depressing.
You've lost a little time to the car behind.
I've lost a little bit of time, didn't get the DRS of, who was it? Pedro de la Rosa, I think. We're due to rejoin in third if we would have pitted right now. I'd like that number to be a little bit lower. However, I think that I should be able to
We're ready for you. Box
No, I won't pit this lap. However, I think I would be able to pass them on my options, but I'm not sure now. I'm going to check for the start-finish straight what tires Button and Hamilton is going to pit to next. Hamilton and Button, we have the same amount, so they're probably going to pit to the options next time. Is if Vettel decides to come in a fourth time, it's going to be the options as well, so everybody's going to be at the options for the finish after this race. And now we have 2 laps of extra fuel. Yes, I will go to the standard fuel mixture now, as I'll save the rest for... Wow, the car is way faster now, as I will try to have these 2 laps of extra fuel when I have the options. Holy fuck. I thought I forgot to unmute my microphone, but you guys can hear me, luckily. I'm losing it slightly while not paying attention to the track. That's absolutely not smart. I just had to check whether I was recording and everything, because I would have been real pissed if I wasn't recording this now. Because that's happened in the past with the Back of the Grid series. I have actually forgot to either unmute my microphone, forgot to start recording, and Button is catching, holy fuck. That's not good. That's absolutely not good. Okay, I'll pit this lap.
The car behind is gaining on you. Dial up the engine and increase the gap. Mix 2 and 3 are available.
Mix 2 and 3 are available. As I have the DRS, I'll go to the rich mix to just extend the gap as much as freaking possible. I'm braking way too late, of course. I'm losing all the time there. Wow, I'm going to struggle with these guys now. I'll just go for the rich mix until I get into the pits. And these tires are pretty good now. Pretty good.
Box.
Yes, I will box. I'll box. Dialing down the fuel and of course hitting the gravel with a little bit aggressive entry, and I've just gotta have something to drink here. Now that I'm in the pits and have some time. Oh, that was good. Wow, 3.2. Nice quick pit stop, and Button is rejoining, or I'm rejoining behind Button, ahead of Hamilton.
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
Doesn't look like Button and the guys are going to pit for another option run. So I'll have to hang on to Jensen Button at the moment. Don't want to let him go too far. He's on the primes and they should be pretty worn, so I have a pretty significant advantage to Button. Except for my tires are slightly colder than his, of course, but that's going to change very soon. Oh, I feel the grip. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, that was good to have some grip again. Wow, look how much I can push now. Wow, Button don't stand a chance. We're gaining on the car ahead in all sectors, I'm gonna tell you. 7.2. Now we'll have DRS on button, and I think I'll just stick behind him to save the tires once again, as I did with Vettel. Now that I have DRS, I can save some fuel as well. And as he is on the rich mix, I won't be able to pass him. Very easy on the throttle now. That was number 14 or 16. Can't remember. Oh, it's so good to have some grip. I'm struggling on the last set of tires. I finally realize now. Button is having some pace now.
There's enough fuel to run in high mix mode if you feel you need it. Turn fuel to rich.
What if I don't feel like I need it? Going to use the curse, but won't be able to pass him. Oh, that slowed us both down. As Hülkenberg is number 16, yeah, okay. Let's go for the overtake on Jensen now. Using the rest of the curse, going to the rich mix and passing him. And Martin Weymouth is probably pissed now. Going to stick with the rich mix now to create as much gap as possible, as I think I will need it if these tires decide to go bye-bye. So then I'm gonna try to create the gap as quickly as possible and as long as possible, or as much gap as possible, of course. You always want the gap to the car behind, as you will have great room for error. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. 2 seconds now to button, and he doesn't stand a chance, but I'm destroying his tires with driving him. Oh, someone's lost their front wing. But I'm destroying the tires with the pace I'm holding right now. I'll hold this pace until until I turn slightly low on fuel again. As Daniel Ricciardo is getting lap number 15. Wow, 100% race. I never thought I'd do that for YouTube, but here it is. If it is up on YouTube, of course, obviously. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to upload it yet, as I think it would take slightly too long time. I'll have a priority of back of the grid last episode first, as I have recorded it already. I'm at least going to upload it and then schedule it if I'm able to upload it today, and then schedule it, and then have this race up after back of the grid in Spain. No, sorry, Brazil, of course. And braking late. We now got 4.3 seconds, and my fuel is optimal. I'm going to stick with the rich mix until lap 60. I think. Who was in front of me? How is Kobayashi doing, by the way? I've completely forgot about him. He's probably just inside the points or just outside the points. That's usually where he is, from 8th position till like 12 or something.
We're 5 seconds
Senna
5 seconds.
is the car ahead in the Williams. He's number 14. Going around him. Oh. Braking early. Or dropping the gear early.
The gap is increasing over Button. He's around 3 seconds a lap slower than you.
3 seconds a lap slower. I don't really think that it's that much, but oh well. And he's having DRS and charging on me, but fortunately for him, he can't overtake me. As he is a lap down. Then he would have gotten a penalty. Probably should think of dialing down the fuel mixture. Yeah, I think I'll do it to standard now. And yeah, by the way, I'm trying to figure out how I can live stream because an XSplit is the software that pretty much all YouTube live streamers use. But I don't think I'm going to pay for that XSplit software, so I might be streaming to Twitch, twitch.tv. It's pretty much the same, just that I can't have it on YouTube, but I'll upload the stream to YouTube after I'm done. Anyway, so you'll be able to see it, but just not live here on YouTube. If not, you can make yourself a Twitch account, and then you can follow me on Twitch, not Twitter, but Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter as well if you haven't already. And Facebook, of course. I'm on Facebook as well. But for the Twitch, then you will be able to get a mail, like an email, when like a notification of when I'm going to stream, as I will send out. You will get a notification somehow, and you can download the app as well and get a notification from that app. Yeah, so if you guys want me to stream, I'll do it, but then you'll have to tell me, because if no one watches it, I obviously won't be streaming. As we're 7.3 seconds now ahead of Jensen Button. Oh, I'm itching so badly. On lap 62, we're coming to an end now. We've just got 5 laps to go, which is almost like half a 20% race, or a third of a 20% race. And look at my tires now. The rears are starting to go bye-bye, but the fronts are doing good, which is actually the tires that I need the most, in my opinion. Of course, I need the rears, but it will just reduce the traction while accelerating, pretty much, and slightly in corners as well, of course. But I consider the fronts more valuable than the rears, if you're not fighting anyone, of course. If you're trying to overtake someone, the rears are crucial. But right now, the rears really they're just there. They really don't do anything. But looks like my tires are going to
Button's struggling to keep up with your times. He's falling back by a second
yes.
a lap. 1 second
Button
a lap.
is falling back. That's good to hear that he's struggling to keep up with me now. But he is on a pretty dead set of prime tires, I guess. Let's just sneak to the inside of Glock here. He's number 24, so I think that's the third time we've lapped number 24. That must be pretty depressing to be lapped 3 times. However, it's a 100% race though, so it's a long distance to drive. Now it's a HRT just ahead, and it's almost 10 seconds now down to Button. Now Cardicayan is next. He's moving out of the racing lines for once. Wow, my eyes are starting to close now. Whew. Holy moly.
The gap between you and the car behind is 10 seconds.
10.2 actually. 10.254. And Hamilton has overtaken Button, as Button's probably struggling with fuel as well, as he's been running pretty aggressive all the race. Now, how much is the gap to Hamilton this time? .2, so I'm increasing to him as well, and Button is falling back from Hamilton by even another second. Now, just a couple of laps to go now. Just keep up the pace now, and we should be able to take this win, even with the Sauber. Looks like we're going to overtake some more cars. This is the other HRT with Pedro Della Rosa. And
okay, you have a 12-second
is it a Toro Rosso with Vern? Probably is. He's now going to have blue flags any second. As of now. Wow, look at the tires now. They're pretty dead. And 11.7 seconds now to Lewis, and another 1.5 to Button. So Button is not able to keep up with his teammates when running his car a little bit too hard.
This might be our finishing position today, so don't take any risks.
Doesn't look,
Bring the car home.
looks like Vern actually has some pace. Just was slightly unlucky to be dropped back that much. Now we're going to overtake him as we... No, we won't have the RS, but Vern had some great pace. Just gotta say that. As we got 11.5 seconds to Hamilton this time around.
There's a 12-second gap to the car behind.
And we're 1.5 laps to go. And I need a freaking break from this game now. .100% races are real fun because you kind of have to think about your tire strategy and what tires to wear to put on when and when to pit and everything. Even though on this track it really doesn't matter too much for me because I'm as good as I am on it. But if you would go to another track like I don't know, Hungary or something, tire strategy would have been crucial for me, as I'm freaking suck at Hungary. And other tracks as well, like Monaco, Japan. I wouldn't stand a chance, but I don't stand a chance in 25% races. Even a whole second faster, 12.6 seconds now. He's probably given up as we are on the final lap, and I'm 99.9% sure that we will take the checkered flag. And I'm almost losing it a little bit. Now I can go to the standard, as I think we will have more than enough fuel to finish this race.
You have a 12-second gap to the car behind.
11.9 seconds now to Lewis, as we will take the checkered flag, pull up to the pit wall, and say thank you to the engineers. And I want as well to say thank you so much for you guys that watched this video, even though you probably didn't watch the whole video. It's really appreciated that you clicked on it. And if you'd like more awesome racing,
Awesome. Truly awesome.
you
What a win.
should click on my channel and check it out, because I have some pretty amazing racing there. We had 4 cars that was lapped 4 times. That was Heikki Kovalainen, Pedro De La Rosa, Timo Glock, and Kard Kayan. As well as we had 2 cars that was lapped 3 times, Charles Peak and Vitaly Petrov. We had Jean-Eric Verne, that was lapped twice. We had 4 cars, Bruno Senna, Nico Hülkenberg, Paul Di Resta, and Daniel Ricciardo, that was lapped once. 1 minute behind me was Pastor Maldonado, Kimi Räikkönen, and Michael Schumacher. Kamui Kobayashi finishing 8th, as I predicted that he would finish somewhere between 12 and 8. 50 seconds behind. And Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button 12 and 13 seconds behind. Mark Webber at 7th and Sebastian Vettel at 4th. Roman Grosjean outracing his Finnish teammate pretty significantly. The Ferrari with Fernando Alonso at number 5. Felipe Massa, we had a great battle, but he ended on 10th position, fortunately. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to leave the video right here, and I'll just gotta say thank you so much for watching. I gotta take some sleep now because I'm freaking tired. And yeah, goodbye.